Here's something a lot of people still don't realize. In today's world, buying property isn't just about having somewhere to live or an asset that quietly grows in value over the years. In more and more countries, real estate has actually turned into one of the fastest, most legitimate ways to get permanent residency, or even full citizenship and a second passport for you and your entire family. And once you're holding that passport, honestly, a whole new set of doors opens up: business opportunities, travel freedom, tax planning, even a genuine backup plan in case life back home ever gets complicated. Governments around the world have realized that a serious real estate investment brings jobs, capital, and long-term growth. So in exchange, they're willing to offer something that used to take decades: a legal, documented path to a second nationality. So in this video, I want to walk you through 10 countries where real estate can lead you straight to citizenship, either directly and fairly quickly, or through a smooth residency path that eventually turns into full citizenship down the road. Stick around until the end because the order really does matter here. Let's kick things off with country number 10, Grenada. Grenada has this almost irresistible tropical pull to it. Picture soft white sand beaches in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, rolling right into thick rainforest, nutmeg groves, and cocoa plantations that have been there for generations. That's actually why people call it the Spice Island of the Caribbean, and once you see it in person you understand exactly why. The capital, St. George's, mixes old colonial charm with real global connectivity. Its international airport runs regular flights linking this little tropical paradise to North America, Europe, and the rest of the Caribbean. As an investment destination, Grenada is genuinely excellent, and it gives you a secure, direct route to citizenship through real estate, without a lot of complicated detours along the way. To qualify, you need to buy a property or a share of one in an officially government-approved luxury resort or tourism project, and the minimum starts at $270,000. Your spouse and any financially dependent children can be added right onto the same application, so the whole family becomes citizens together as one unit, without needing to file separate applications down the road. Once your investment clears and you pass the background security check, your naturalization certificate and passport typically show up within 7 to 8 months, and you don't need to live there, or even step foot on the island at any point in the process. To protect the value of what you've bought, the government lets you resell the property on the open market after 5 years from the date you got citizenship, so you can recover your capital while you and your family keep citizenship for life, completely unaffected by what happens with the property afterward. What really sets Grenada apart in this whole market is the combination: owning a genuine luxury real estate asset in one of the Caribbean's most desirable spots, a tax-friendly setup that doesn't touch your worldwide income at all, and a passport that lets you travel visa-free into 133 countries around the world, the United States included, thanks to a special treaty that most of its Caribbean neighbors simply don't have. Next up, country number 9, Georgia. When most people hear the name Georgia, they should picture the Caucasus at its most dramatic, towering mountain ranges, thick green forests, and a landscape so striking it's earned the country the nickname Pearl of the Caucasus. The capital, Tbilisi, blends centuries of European history with a genuinely modern, forward-looking feel: cobblestone old town streets sitting right next to sleek new architecture, and its international airports run daily flights connecting the country to America, Europe, and Asia. This is a genuinely strong investment pick, and here's the deal. With a minimum investment of $150,000, you can open the door to stability and put yourself on the path toward residency and eventually citizenship. Georgia's pathway works through what's called investment residency, a status that gets renewed every single year, and that's really the legal foundation underneath everything, the step that eventually leads to full citizenship once you've met the country's specified requirements. To qualify, you need to buy real estate or a share in a property or project, worth at least $150,000, and your spouse and dependent children can be added onto your residency file so the whole family gets to settle in together and enjoy the exact same rights and benefits as you. Once the purchase goes through at the required value, your residency paperwork gets underway, and from there, keeping ownership of that property is basically the core condition for renewing your residency status year after year. What makes Georgia genuinely stand out in the global investment conversation is this mix. Living in or simply investing in one of the safest and fastest growing economies anywhere in the world, its position as a real strategic gateway into Europe, and eventually, a passport that opens up 126 countries for visa-free travel. One honest caveat worth mentioning though: this route requires long-term physical residency inside the country, so it's not a quick or guaranteed shortcut straight to citizenship. It's more of a genuine long game, but for the price of admission, it's hard to beat. Country number 8 is St. Lucia. Tucked into the Lesser Antilles, right where turquoise Caribbean water meets a genuinely dramatic mountainous landscape, St. Lucia is consistently ranked as one of the prettiest islands in the entire region and a real magnet for investors from all over the globe. It's famous for the pitons, those soaring volcanic peaks that made it onto the UNESCO World Heritage List, plus dense rainforest that gives the whole island this lush, untouched, almost cinematic feel. If securing your family's long-term future is the goal, St. Lucia offers a genuinely premium route straight to full citizenship and a strong, respected passport. Through the real estate option, all you really need is a property or a share of one, inside a government-approved luxury resort or tourism project, with prices starting around $300,000. To keep things stable on the government's end, you're required to hold on to that property for at least 5 years after citizenship gets granted. Once that period is up, though, you're completely free to sell it on the open market and get your capital back, while citizenship stays with you and your family for life, permanently and irrevocably, no strings attached. What's genuinely great about this particular program is that there's essentially zero residency requirement. You never have to live there or even visit, whether it's to finish the paperwork or to renew your passport somewhere down the road. On top of all that, St. Lucia doesn't tax the worldwide income of non-residents at all. The whole process typically wraps up in about 12 to 14 months, and at the end of it, you walk away a citizen of St. Lucia holding a passport good for visa-free travel to 134 different countries, which puts it right near the very top of the entire Caribbean citizenship market in terms of pure travel freedom. Number 7 on our list is Panama. Sitting right at the crossroads of the Americas, exactly where the Atlantic meets the Pacific through its world-famous canal, one of the busiest shipping routes on the entire planet, Panama is genuinely one of the most dynamic, fast-moving, and sought-after economies for investors anywhere on the planet. People sometimes call it the Dubai of the Americas, thanks to the soaring skyline in its capital city, but at the same time it's got untouched rainforest and gorgeous tropical beaches just outside town, so you're getting modern luxury and raw natural beauty inside the same small country. If what you want is a genuine safe haven, a real financial hub to build your family's future around, Panama gives you a solid legal path to permanent residency that eventually leads onward to citizenship and a strong, useful passport. All it really takes to qualify through this route is a residential or commercial property worth at least $300,000. You'll need to hold on to that property for a minimum of 5 years counting from when you first get residency, but here's the thing, Panama is actually pretty relaxed when it comes to physical presence. Just one visit every 2 years is enough to keep your permanent residency active and in good standing. After those 5 years have passed, and as long as you've kept up with the visiting requirement, Panamanian law formally opens the door for you to apply for full citizenship, which comes with a passport granting your entire family a permanent, lifelong right to move freely around the world. What makes Panama such a genuine draw in the global migration space is its famous territorial tax system, meaning there's no tax at all on income earned outside the country's borders, which is exactly the kind of setup that serious, wealthy investors tend to love, and it's a big part of why so many entrepreneurs and retirees end up choosing Panama over its neighbors. Country number 6 is Dominica. Think of the wildest, greenest corner of the Eastern Caribbean, mountains covered in unbroken rainforest, hot springs, waterfalls tucked away everywhere, and that's basically Dominica, which is exactly why everyone ends up calling it the nature island. The capital, Rizzo, keeps that laid-back, easy-going Caribbean feel while still staying properly connected to the rest of the world through 2 airports running daily flights to America, Europe, and Asia. This is a genuinely strong, accessible option. Starting at just $200,000, you can secure direct citizenship and a genuinely powerful passport for your whole family. Dominica's pathway is refreshingly fast. You get immediate permanent residency that turns quickly into full citizenship, without a lot of waiting around. All you need to do is purchase real estate or a share of one, inside a government-approved project worth at least $200,000. Once your investment is confirmed, your naturalization papers and passport typically arrive somewhere between 3 and 6 months later, no residency requirement whatsoever, and you don't even need to visit the island in person. You do need to hold onto the property for at least 3 years after getting citizenship before you're allowed to sell it and recoup your money on the open market, one of the shortest holding periods you'll find anywhere in the entire Caribbean. What makes Dominica genuinely special in this space is that combination of living on, or investing in, one of the most beautiful islands anywhere in the world, a tax system that skips capital gains, inheritance and dividend taxes entirely, and a passport good for visa-free travel to 130 countries around the globe, all wrapped up in what's consistently one of the most affordable citizenship programs you'll find anywhere. If you've made it this far with me in the video, by the way, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss anything we put out. Number 5 is Brazil. This country genuinely dominates the South American continent, both in size and in ambition, home to the world's biggest rainforest, sprawling megacities and legendary sweeping beaches, all rolled into one massive, diverse nation. Its sheer economic scale and natural richness have made the whole world look at it as a land of real, limitless opportunity. Its cities stay connected globally through a huge network of international airports linking Brazil to America, Europe and Asia without much hassle at all. As an investment destination, Brazil starts at $140,000, and that's genuinely the door that opens up one of the world's strongest, most respected citizenships and its equally distinguished passport. Here's how it actually works. Your investment gets you immediate permanent residency right away up front, and that first step is really the foundation for everything that follows, steadily leading you toward full citizenship down the line. The minimum investment amount actually depends on where exactly you decide to buy. In the northern regions of the country it starts as low as $140,000, while in the major cities and the rest of Brazil the threshold moves up to around $200,000. Once you've purchased at the right threshold for your region, you become eligible for direct permanent residency almost immediately. To hold on to that status over time, though, you'll need to keep the property for at least 4 years, along with the requirement of visiting Brazil at least once every 2 years. This particular program hands you permanent residency right at the start, which already opens up work, healthcare and banking, but full citizenship and its powerful passport come later, once you're able to hold a real conversation in Portuguese and can show genuine, documented ties to the country. What makes Brazil such an appealing destination overall is that blend of upscale, comfortable living, a genuinely promising and growing economy, and jaw-dropping natural beauty, all of it eventually leading to a passport that opens up 153 countries for visa-free travel. Just know going in that this route does require long-term physical residency, so it's genuinely not a fast track, it's a real commitment, but for people who fall in love with the country that's rarely a deal breaker. Country number 4 is St. Kitts and Nevis. This little Caribbean gem, tucked into the northern Lesser Antilles, pairs deep, layered history with pristine beaches, luxury resorts and lush green volcanic peaks rising straight up out of the water. Beyond just being beautiful, this independent, politically and economically stable nation has built a genuine global reputation as one of the safest, most trusted places anywhere for serious investors chasing real financial and personal freedom. Its citizenship by investment program is basically legendary within this whole industry, often described as the platinum standard, thanks to how long it's been running successfully and how carefully the government oversees every application for transparency and security. Through the real estate route, you can buy property or a share of one in a government-approved luxury resort or tourism project, and the starting threshold here is $325,000. You'll need to keep hold of that property for at least 5 years after citizenship gets granted, and once that period wraps up, you're completely free to sell it and get your money back. Either way though, your citizenship and passport stay with you and your family permanently, completely unaffected by whatever happens with the property down the road. There's no residency requirement here at all, and the whole process typically wraps up in just 3 to 4 months from start to finish. The St. Kitts and Nevis passport is genuinely powerful too, giving you visa-free access into more than 140 countries, including the entire United Kingdom and the full European Schengen zone, and it's often ranked as the gold standard against which every other Caribbean program gets measured. Number 3 on the list is Albania. Set right in the Balkans, exactly where the turquoise Adriatic and Ionian seas meet a genuinely mountainous landscape, Albania is quickly becoming one of Europe's most exciting, up-and-coming destinations for investors and ambitious people alike, the kind of place that was overlooked for years and is only now getting the attention it deserves. It's known for beaches that genuinely compete with the rest of Europe's coastline, plus a long, layered history stretching back centuries that adds real character and depth to the country. Its aviation network keeps expanding too, with continuous direct flights linking its capital and other major cities to key hubs right across Europe and beyond, which makes travel in and out remarkably smooth. If what you're after is a genuine foothold in Europe for yourself and your family, Albania offers an accessible, approachable path to permanent residency that eventually leads toward full citizenship. Here's the interesting part, there's technically no legal minimum purchase price required for residency right now. That said, realistic prices for decent apartments and houses tend to run anywhere from about $80,000 up to $300,000 depending on location and quality. To keep your residency valid, which renews on an annual basis, you basically just need to hold on to the property you bought. That ongoing ownership really is the legal thread underneath everything, the thing that eventually lets you apply for full citizenship once you've met the country's specified conditions and required timeframes. So as long as you don't sell too early, your status stays completely secure. What makes this particular market so attractive is genuine freehold ownership in a European property market that keeps climbing steadily in value, on top of a European lifestyle you can actually afford, at a fraction of the usual cost of living across the rest of the EU. Once your purchase and paperwork are wrapped up, your annual residency process kicks off, gradually leading toward a passport good for 117 countries with visa-free access. Worth noting here too, this path genuinely does require long-term physical residency, so don't expect a fast track with this one either, but if what you actually want is a genuine European home base rather than just a piece of paper, that trade-off makes a lot of sense. Country number 2 is Ecuador. Sitting right at the center of the world, quite literally, its name comes straight from the equator that runs through it. Ecuador might honestly be the most biodiverse country on this entire list. The Andes rise up right next to untouched rainforest and lively colonial cities, and that natural richness stretches all the way out to the legendary Galapagos Islands. In the capital Quito or the genuinely charming city of Cuenca, you'll find that blend of colonial architecture and easy, unhurried Latin American living, all backed by international airports linking Ecuador to America, Europe, and Asia. It's also refreshingly affordable compared to most of the rest of this list, starting at just $48,200, which opens the door to citizenship and a genuinely respected passport. Ecuador's pathway starts with temporary residency that grows steadily into permanent residency, and eventually full citizenship, once the legal requirements have been fully met. Here's what's genuinely great about this particular route. Foreigners get the exact same property rights as Ecuadorian citizens do. You can even buy while you're inside the country on a plain tourist visa, and there's no extra tax tacked on specifically for foreign buyers. While the legal floor sits at $48,200, realistic prices in popular cities like Quito and Cuenca usually start around $80,000 and up for something nicer and more premium. Once your purchase clears at the minimum threshold, your temporary residency process kicks into gear right away, without a lot of unnecessary red tape or bureaucracy slowing you down along the way. What makes Ecuador genuinely stand out is that mix of a remarkably low investment cost, using the US dollar as its official currency, which keeps your money stable and predictable, and near-permanent spring-like weather year-round, with a passport waiting at the end that opens up 93 countries for visa-free travel. Again, this one requires long-term physical residency, so it's a genuine commitment rather than a shortcut, though plenty of people say the low cost of living alone makes the wait worthwhile. And finally, country number 1 on our list, Turkey. Straddling the line between Europe and Asia across the enchanting Bosphorus Strait, Turkey is one of the strongest emerging economies out there and a genuine magnet for investors from every corner of the world. Istanbul alone is worth the trip on its own, but Turkey's coastline actually touches 4 different seas: the Mediterranean, the Aegean, the Marmara, and the Black Sea, which makes for an incredible mix of deep history, upscale living, and genuinely profitable real estate opportunities all in one place. Its main international airport is one of the biggest and most modern anywhere on Earth, with continuous direct flights connecting Turkey to Europe, the Middle East, America, and Asia, making travel in and out remarkably seamless. If what you want is a genuine safe haven for your family, Turkey's citizenship program is one of the fastest and most popular in the entire world right now, and honestly, once you look at the details, it's easy to see exactly why. All you need is a residential property, a commercial property, or even raw land, starting at $400,000. From there, you just need to hold on to it for 3 years, counting from the date the title officially transfers into your name, which is a shorter holding period than almost anywhere else on this list. After that period is up, you're free to sell, recover your capital in full, and potentially walk away with solid rental income and capital gains built up along the way. And your citizenship itself? That part is genuinely permanent, for you and your entire family, for life, no exceptions. What makes Turkey's program so exceptional compared to everything else on this list is that there's no residency requirement at all, and you don't need to speak a word of Turkish or pass any kind of test whatsoever. The whole process typically takes somewhere between 4 and 9 months from start to finish, and at the end of it, you're holding a genuine Turkish passport that gets you into 114 countries around the world without needing a visa. Combine that speed with the country's booming construction sector and its strategic position between 2 continents, and it's easy to understand why Turkey has become the single most popular citizenship buy investment destination on the planet right now. So there you have it, 10 completely different countries, 10 completely different price points, 10 completely different lifestyles, and 10 passports that could genuinely change what's possible for you and your family. Some of these get you there in a matter of months, others ask for real patience and a real commitment to actually living in the country, but every single one of them starts the exact same way with a single real estate purchase. Which one caught your attention the most? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely read every one of them. And that's a wrap, guys. If you found this useful, do me a favor and hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss whatever we've got coming next.